All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And this is a response to Elder Yashawampa's video as he's doing a response to the brother Benji down in Chicago, okay? Part of the Great Millstone branch down in Chicago. And we're dealing with this, these young guys who have lately mentioned that sin, the mark of the beast is sin, that the mark of the beast is wickedness. And a group, BOW, goes by the name of Believers of the Way. I would like to know, how do you buy and sell with sin? How do you do that? Like, how do you buy and sell with sin? I mean, is Esau gonna Salakia?
People are not asking the right questions. They're not asking the right questions.
Let's go back to is E gonna have you in sync with a computer system where it's gonna let you know that yes, they sinned today, so they're allowed to buy something to eat. They sinned at this time, so this allows them or gives them access to buy this or sell that or trade this. Right? I want to know, how are you going to be able to buy and sell with sin? And by the way, sin, the mark of the beast is not sin, right? The mark of the beast is not wickedness. The mark of the beast is not Christianity. The mark of the beast is not white woman. I mean, these are various different things I done heard other camps say. No, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. The microchip, that's the mark of the beast. So let's get into the first scripture. Let's get into what sin is. It's the book of 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So this is what sin is. Sin is transgression of the law. Right? So like I said before, is E going to have you synced to a type of system that can detect when you sin, when you go off? Like, how will they know that you sinned? How will they be able to tell that? Or will they just believe your word and say, hey, did you sin today? Yeah, I sinned. Okay, you're allowed access into the store. Or you're allowed access to do this. You're allowed access to do that because we believe that you sinned. That'd be too easy. No, he's a carnal man. He wants everything done in a physical aspect, carnally, to know and to prove that, all right, they actually got this, right? That's how he rolls. That's how he gets down. And I was speaking to the brother in my camp, the brother Danyala, and he brought up the situation of dealing with Jake basically trying to make themselves uncircumcised again, right? Let's get that real quick. Let's go to the book of 1 Maccabees. Let's see if it just pop up. Let's see. because I want to bring out this point. Okay, yep. So we're at the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 13. It says, "Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen." When you go into that word gymnasium, that goes back to the Greek word gymnos, going to what? Meaning naked. Right? That this was a custom amongst the Greeks, where they used to have sports, games, so to speak, and they would be naked. Right? It says, "It made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief." Right? So Jake, even though they got circumcised before, they try to make themselves uncircumcised. They try to put, skin back on their, they try to put foreskin back on their, their private area, to make it seem as if, they weren't circumcised. Because if you were showing that you were circumcised, they would say, okay, then you're following your heritage, your traditions, you're following the law of God. As the scriptures say, we are supposed the male child is supposed to be circumcised the 8th day. But them showing that they were in league with E, okay, that they were down with him, they what? They made themselves uncircumcised physically. So when they was in the gym and they was being looked upon, it would have shown to them, right? It would have shown to the Greeks that, all right, they down with us, basically, and we can see that. And you think that that wasn't harmful or hurtful, that what they have grown men doing this to their private area? It hurted like hell, but it was just showing that they were down with it, okay? That they have forsaken the holy covenant, as the scriptures say. So E is going to want to see something physical as well, right? He's not going to go off some spiritual point, as you people like to say, and just believe the words that come out your mouth. No. He wants to be able to see it. He wants to be able to be sure, the surety of it. He wants to be able to know, because some people are going to say, well, how they going to see it if it's inside your skin? What are they going to be able to tell with this whole mark of the beast system being set up? And when you be able to do the transactions on how he has set up, that you actually got it. That's how he's going to do that. All right? He's not going to go off nobody's word. All right? Let's see. So, yep. Leviticus 12 verse 3 says, "And in the 8th day of the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised." Okay, but like I said before, them making themselves uncircumcised again, right? Was basically sewing flesh back on their, private area, to show they was in league, to show that they was down. And Esau's going to want to see the same thing today on a physical aspect, not a spiritual aspect. Remember, Esau is a carnal man, right? Everything is done by him is through some carnal means. All right, so I just wanted to throw that out there through the spirit, right? So back, as I was saying before, though, how are you going to be able to buy and sell with sin? Like, how are you going to do that? And if that was the case, if you say a mark of the beast is sin, We all out of there. We all through. King David sinned. King David sinned. King Solomon sinned. Right? For we have all come short of the glory of the Most High. Don't the scriptures say that? Or all fall short. Salakia. Fall short. It's in the book of Romans. No, so I was right. The book of Romans chapter 3 verse 23. For all have sinned. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. So if sin is the mark of the beast, we all through. We all out of there. And yes, heathens do know, Edomites, different people of other nations. Yeah, they do know that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. That doesn't mean just because they know it's incorrect. Hey, heathens also know that sin is transgression of the law. They know that as well. So, of course, they're going to say they're not going to take it. Remember, these so-called Christians believe that, they're the true people of the Bible. So why wouldn't they believe that? They could believe whatever they want. Salvation still doesn't belong to them. But are they in the right mind frame to say, shit, I'm not taking that chip? Hell yeah, they still in the right mind frame, even though I could care less about them. But, the ones that are paying attention and seeing what's going on, which is a few of them, they are seeing how this system is being set up, how everything is being geared to a digital society. How it's no longer going to be a cashless society, but go to a digital society. But for everything to be on or in sync to the setup of this mark of the beast system. You see? But again, how are you going to be able to buy and sell with sin? How is that going to be possible? Let's go to the book of Revelation. Chapter 13, verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Going to that word mark, it goes into the word charagma. Right? So it says, read it again, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. E is going to cause majority of the people to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, meaning they are going to be the ones distributing it. Causing someone to receive something, you're going to be the distributor. E can't distribute sin. Right? Sin is transgression of the law. Now, yes, E does put things out there and makes sin more. He makes sin more appealing. Okay, that's what E does. He makes it more appealing to keep you in sin, but he can't distribute it. He can't distribute that. Okay, I'm gonna make you. All right, do this, or I'm gonna make you do that. Which, I mean, you got some instances where, like he did to us in slavery, where he'll take people of the same kinfolk, maybe if his brother and sister, or mother and son, dad and daughter and make them mate, right? On that make, you can say force, which goes into make, but like force, but it would still be your choice to do it. And if you say no, then that was your choice to say no and to die for it. But it was still a choice. He couldn't make, like literally force you to put, your rod into her. Because even with that would be what? That would be sin. Because you're not supposed to sleep. You're not supposed to sleep with your daughter, or a son is not supposed to sleep with his mother. But that would be sin, correct? That will fall under the book of Leviticus, the 18th chapter. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark. So you're not going to be able to buy and sell unless you have the mark. Right? Something that he is going to try to make you receive. Like I say, he can't distribute sin to you. Like it's some type of goods. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So you're not going to be able to do anything unless you have that mark. Okay? Which E is going to distribute. Which E, who is going to set this whole system up to try to make you comply to taking it. Because he's going to make it to you where you're pushed in a corner. He's going to make it to you where your back is going to be against the wall. That you're going to be shut off from society without having it. That's going to be the new way. And that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? So I know they was mentioning, they were saying, well, it says, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You heard them mention that a lot. You say, well, it says or, meaning now they're alluding to it that it's spiritual. But they took the whole chip out the equation of it. But see, the chip is going to be the way how you're going to be able to buy and sell. Like I say, so if you're saying the mark of the beast is sin, right? If you're saying the mark of the beast is sin, then he is going to set up a system where he's going to be able to know if you sinned or not to give you access. How the hell would that work? Or what you going to say? Well, he can read your mind by giving you I believe it's like a Neuralink brain chip. So then he'll be able to know if you sinned or not. I mean, you need to explain this of how you're going to be able to buy and sell, how you're going to be able to buy and sell with sin. That need to be explained, because I would like to know. See, this is why the scriptures talk about, avoiding men like this. It's lucky. I know I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to bring out some points to make people think. The book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. That's why the elder Yashawama put mark and avoid. Because you got to mark and avoid guys like this group BOW. And they didn't even just break down the mark of the beast wrong. They broke down one of the nations dealing with the 7 heads and the 10 horns wrong. So, I mean, there's just a lot of things, that they gotta, get correct. And this is why these videos come out, so they can listen and get correction. And so, as we stand for the defense of the gospel, that the truth, that someone watching who had watched them may come to the understanding of the truth. All right. So, I mean, that's my take on it. Lord willing, hope was edifying. Lord willing, it made sense. Like I said, I was all over the place and speaking on different things of the spirit. But hey, long as if it's edifying, that's all that matters. So, with that, I want to say shalom.